In the world of Hollywood, the police are always the good guys, the scientists always have truth on their side, and no one makes a mistake. Unfortunately, the real world is not like what you see on television, and sometimes those people do make mistakes, and those mistakes can be very costly to you and your loved ones. Hi, I'm Jack Razmich with Razmich & Associates, and today we are going to look at common forensic mistakes that can lead to false arrests and convictions. Over the past few decades, forensic sciences, which involves applying science to help solve crimes, have taken quantum leaps forward. Today, forensic scientists can utilize DNA analysis and multiple modern technologies with remarkable accuracy, captivating the public's imagination and even inspiring television dramas like Bones or CSI. In the real world, forensic science is far from foolproof, and human error can still lead to inaccurate results. When law enforcement and prosecutors rely on this flawed data, it can lead to false arrests and even cause some defendants to be convicted for crimes they didn't commit. Let's take a look at 4 common forensic errors that can sometimes lead prosecutors in the wrong direction. Number 1, faulty fingerprinting. Law enforcement officers have relied on fingerprinting for many years based on the common assumption that no two people have the same fingerprints. However, analyzing fingerprints depends on 2 key factors: getting good fingerprint samples and analyzing them correctly. If the police make procedural mistakes in lifting fingerprints from a crime scene, or if a supposed fingerprint expert interprets the data incorrectly, it can end up implicating an innocent person. Likewise, fingerprinting must be taken into context. Just because someone's fingerprints are at the scene of a crime doesn't mean that they committed the crime. An overeager investigator can easily look at a positive fingerprint identification and let it point him in the absolute wrong direction. Mishandling samples or materials. Forensic evidence must be carefully preserved so that it doesn't get corrupted. Chemicals used in uncovering forensic evidence must be properly stored and used in the exact proper amounts. If technicians don't use the proper care in the lab, that evidence might be compromised. Typically, these errors can make the test inconclusive, but on occasion, the results might actually be misinterpreted and implicate somebody incorrectly. Using unreliable identification methods and then interpreting them incorrectly. Identifying a suspect through shoe prints or bite marks may still be the stuff of detective novels, but modern science has shown time and again that these and similar identification methods yield an unacceptable amount of inaccurate results, which makes them pretty unreliable. Sometimes investigators still use these methods, especially when other technologies are unavailable. Increasing the odds of the wrong person can become accused and arrested. Misinterpreting or exaggerating the data. True science actually is unbiased, but most humans, including scientists, do tend to have at least some degree of bias. Sometimes that bias might actually lead an expert witness in court to exaggerate forensic testing results or steer their interpretation of the data towards the conclusion they were biased towards. This is why expert witnesses for the prosecution and defense sometimes will reach completely opposite conclusions from the same data. Unfortunately, these biases, although usually unintended, can lead to prosecutors making false arrests and juries towards making wrongful convictions. It is becoming increasingly common in the modern trial context that forensic sciences are a regular part of that process. If you or someone you know has been arrested and accused of a criminal offense that involves forensic scientists, call our office today at 317-983-5333 for your free case evaluation. That case evaluation is free and it will always be free. The only thing that you're investing at this moment is your time in making sure that your questions are being answered, and that's definitely going to be time well spent. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe. If you really like this video, please consider sharing it on the social media platform of your choice. Here at Razmich & Associates, we are lawyers ready to fight. The more eyes that we're in front of, the more people we're fighting for. The more people we're fighting for, the freer we all become. If you have a question, a comment, or a topic that you would like for me to cover in a future video, please consider dropping it in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.